famous German-born physicist Albert Einstein penned a two-page letter to U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt on August 2, 1939. 1 month before World War II began, which would eventually lead to the US entering the nuclear arms race, and alter the course of history. Einstein learned that German scientists had discovered nuclear fission, the process of splitting an atom's nucleus to liberate energy. When he was already in the US, after fleeing Germany, when the Nazis took power. In response to this revelation, the letter forewarned Roosevelt that very powerful bombs, of a new sort, might be developed, capable of obliterating entire ports, and the land around them. In the letter, Roosevelt was pushed to hasten uranium research in the US. A move Einstein would later refer to as his one great folly. A guy by the name of Alexander Sachs read out Einstein's concerns to Roosevelt, along with other cautions concerning such a device. "Alex, what you are after is to see that the Nazis don't blow us up," Roosevelt stated. Sachs only said, "Precisely," in response. When his secretary arrived, Roosevelt informed him that this warrants action. Leo Szilard, a physicist of Hungarian descent, who was convinced that Germany may use this recently discovered technology to develop bombs, had pushed Einstein, a Jew, to write to Roosevelt. Szilard shared their serious worries with Einstein together with two other Hungarian physicists, Edward Teller and Eugene Wiener, who were also refugees. Einstein signed the letter, even though Szilard wrote it because they thought he had the most influence with the president. Although Einstein's famous discovery that energy and mass were two different manifestations of the same thing had prepared the way for this kind of invention, he certainly was not thinking about this theory as a weapon. And Einstein once said, "But I've never given any details about how that energy may be harnessed. I don't think of myself as the inventor of atomic energy release. My involvement was really minimal." Roosevelt established the Advisory Committee on Uranium in October 1939. The same month, he received Einstein's letter. As a result of Einstein's letter's influence, although the US was not yet involved, World War II had already started by that point. Later, the group changed into the Manhattan Project, a clandestine US project that created the atomic bombs that were detonated on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, killing an estimated 200,000 people in Japan. Days after the bombings, Japan made a de facto peace treaty with the Allies, bringing the Second World War to an end. Nazi Germany never was able to successfully produce nuclear weapons, and it appears that it never truly attempted. The development of the bomb did not involve Einstein. He was denied access to the Manhattan Project because he was thought to pose an excessive security risk due to his German nationality and history as a left-leaning political activist. However, he exclaimed, "Woe is me," when he learned that the bomb had been used in Japan. Later, Einstein claimed, had I known that the Germans would fail to produce an atomic bomb, I would have done nothing toward the bomb. As a result, he cautioned, we slip into epic tragedy. He penned the following to a Japanese acquaintance, in a letter that was published in 2005. I have always condemned the deployment of the atomic bomb against Japan, but I could do absolutely nothing to stop that terrible decision. Furthermore, he said in a 1952 issue of a Japanese magazine, that he was well aware of the awful peril for all mankind if these tests would succeed. He wrote, I did not see any other way out. The complete text of what Einstein wrote to Roosevelt is as follows, Sir. I've been given some current research by E. Fermi and L. Szilard in manuscript form, and it makes me believe that uranium might soon be developed into a significant new energy source. There are some characteristics of the current situation that seem to necessitate administration watchfulness and, if necessary, prompt action. Therefore, I feel it is my responsibility to call your attention to the following information and suggestions. Through the work of Joliot in France as well as Fermi and Szilard in America, it has become more likely over the past 4 months that it may be possible to set up a nuclear chain reaction in a large mass of uranium, which would result in the production of enormous amounts of power and new radium-like elements. These days, it seems almost certain that this might be done in the near future. It is possible, though much less likely, that incredibly potent bombs of a new sort may be created as a result of this novel phenomena, which would also lead to the creation of explosives. A single bomb of this kind, dropped from a boat, and detonated at a port might very likely wipe out the entire port and some nearby land. Such bombs, however, might very well turn out to be too heavy for air delivery. The only uranium, or that the United States has, are very low quality, and scarce. The former Czechoslovakia and Canada both have some excellent ore deposits, but Belgian Congo is the main source of uranium. You could consider it useful in light of the current circumstances to keep ongoing communication between the administration and the group of American physicists researching chain reactions. You might be able to accomplish this by giving this responsibility to a person in your confidence who could possibly act in an unofficial capacity. His duties could include the following. A. To contact government departments, notify them of new developments, and offer suggestions for government action, paying special attention to the issue of obtaining a supply of uranium ore for the US. B. To expedite the experimental work, which is currently being done within the budgetary constraints of university laboratories, by providing funds, if such funds are required, through his contacts with private individuals who are willing to contribute to this cause, and possibly by also enlisting the assistance of industrial laboratories, which have the necessary equipment. According to what I gather, Germany has actually halted selling uranium from the Czechoslovak mines that she has seized. The fact that von Weizsäcker, the son of the German Under-Secretary of State, is affiliated with the Kaiser Wilhelm Institute in Berlin, where some of the American research on uranium is currently being duplicated, may help explain why she took such quick action. Yours sincerely, Albert Einstein.